Oh. Okay. Never mind. I thought I had a crack in my lens, but it's the reflection of my lighting. Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be my top 5 favorite drugstore foundations. I've done this video before. I did it a long time ago, but as we know, drugstores evolve and they're coming out with all kinds of great new products. So I've just looked around and I'm like, there's a lot of great drugstore foundations that I love that I feel like I need to talk about a little bit more. We need to have a conversation. I'm feeling so super vampy today. Like I feel like I could possibly be a vampire. No. So I have a lot of great products to talk to you guys about, and just to let you know, the foundations that we're going to talk about today are for combination oily, dry skin, acne. I mean, whatever you got, I got a good foundation for it because I find that my skin is pretty much combination skin throughout the year besides wintertime. And wintertime is just, it's dry. I mean, there's nothing else to it. Throughout the year, my forehead right here likes to get extremely greasy, especially whenever I get nervous or hot. It's just, it looks like a puddle of wetness and it is quite unattractive. So I've got good foundations for, you know, stuff like that. It's not just for dry skin, but anyways, if you want to chit chat drugstore foundations with me, just keep watching. The first two are both by Maybelline. It's the It is the Matte Poreless Fit Me, and then as well as the Dewy Smooth. Love both these foundations for two different reasons. So we'll talk about my favorite one to begin with. This is my favorite out of all the drugstore foundations right now. Maybelline did an awesome job when creating this foundation. I love the formula. I love the formula in both of them. I just think whatever they did to make this, not just the matte and poreless part, but just the medium coverage. The coverage is just so perfect, and when I put it on my skin, it's just everything. It's not too heavy coverage, but then it's not too thin, and it's not too powdery, and it's not too liquidy. It's just everything in the middle. So it's kind of like everything that I look for in a foundation right in this little drugstore bottle. And I know a lot of drugstore foundations prices are going whoop right up, and I don't understand that. It's like $17-18 for a drugstore foundation. Hello people, cool it. But this one, I mean, this one runs like $7 or $8. So, well, in the United States, it's $7 or $8. My cat is going in and out the door. If I close the door, she's gonna meow the whole entire time. People comment all the time asking me, do I have a ghost? I probably do. You guys are wondering, the shade that I wear in both of these is 220, which is natural beige. Overall, if you're just like, I don't know what drugstore foundation I want to pick out next, if you have oily skin and you are just struggling with that in your foundation, definitely give this one a try. Now, I wanted to talk about these kind of together because it's the same thing. I love the consistency of the formula. I love the way it sits on the skin. The same thing, but if you have dry skin, give this one a try. Sometimes I don't like my face to be matte, and with this foundation, I think if you have oily skin, your face isn't going to be matte, it's just going to be normal looking. And with this one, if you have dry skin, again, I don't think you're going to have like really dewy skin. I think it's just going to be normal skin looking. I don't necessarily recommend this one if you have oily skin though, because it definitely does not have any mattifying power within it, but the formula is amazing. The coverage is just perfect. Just an FYI though, the Dewy one does have sunscreen in it, so if you're going to be doing a lot of picture taking, I recommend going with the matte friend right back there. Brother and sister. So cute. The next foundation I want to talk about is one that you guys recommended to me. I put a picture of my foundation drawer on Instagram. You guys were recommending foundations I needed to try next. And you guys told me to try the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte. Bada boom, bada bing. Here she is. I did give it a try. I looked at the packaging and I just knew this was going to be like one of those silicone-based foundations. I don't like to read up on products. I like to just dive right in and try them out. I think that's part of being a beauty vlogger, just testing out things for yourself, getting a good opinion, then going in and doing some factual reading on it. The reason I hadn't gotten it right when it came out is because I was just turned off by the packaging. It's very masculine, it's very plain, it's cheap looking. So I thought the foundation was gonna be a little bit like, I actually tried it. I did indeed like it. Like a lot. I just wasn't like wowed by the packaging, and let me tell you something, if a company is watching, packaging sells. Market it, honey. With that being said, the foundation is nothing like the package perceives it to be. I perceived it to be almost like silicone based, just like super matte. It's really not that matte, but it does help with oil control. And the thing that I like about this foundation the most is that I noticed that it lasts on my skin for a really long time. It doesn't really get patchy. It just kind of smoothly lasts on my skin, and I'm very happy with that. So that is this little foundation's strong point in my opinion. I think it would be great with dry or oily skin because, like I said, it's not that matte that where if you have dry skin, it's not going to make you look like overly dry. I'm in shade 108 Caramel Beige in this one, and that is just a touch too dark for me, but summertime's coming and we're going to get there. One more thing that I really like about this foundation is that it is buildable. So you can get that lightweight coverage, or you could just build it up and get heavy coverage without getting too cakey, because I noticed it is a liquid foundation and it is a little bit thin, so you just don't feel too heavy wearing it. Yeah. Okay, so the next one I want to talk about really isn't that new, but it's not that old. It's kind of medium. The CoverGirl's Ready Set Gorgeous. I'm in shade 220. I try to cover the shades in the beginning, but I forget because I'm like, ooh. Great things about this foundation. One, I lost my train of thought. Number one is definitely that this foundation is an oil-free foundation. I don't care even if you have dry skin. I just don't like oily foundations. I just feel heavy and gross when I wear them. And I know I say the word oil wrong, and I'm probably going to get like 15 comments of people telling me they like the way I say it or they hate the way I say it. Opinions. So thank you for those who like the way I say oil. I like to make up words and say them how I want to. I feel like this is a great everyday foundation because, again, it does last for a long time, but it's also not a matte foundation, nor is it a shine dewy foundation, so it's right in between that happy medium foundation. Great for every day, medium coverage. The lasting power isn't its strong suit, but I don't have a problem with it fading away. And the main thing is your complexion kind of shines through this foundation, so you don't look like you're wearing too much makeup. Work, school, you know, the usual. You don't want to look cake face, but then you don't want to look like you're not wearing any makeup at all. You want to look like you put a little bit of effort in. Check out the Ready Set Gorgeous by CoverGirl. Lastly, I haven't heard a lot about this foundation in the YouTube world, which is quite a big world. This is the NYX HD Studio Photogenic Foundation. I am in shade Natural Beige 106. I like a lot of things about this foundation. There are just a few cons as well as there's a lot of pros, so we're going to talk both. This foundation, I figured I'd mention it last because I do truly like these better than this one, but I do still like this foundation, so I wanted to recommend it to you guys. Things that I like about this foundation. It's another good everyday foundation. It's not heavy coverage. It's a good medium coverage foundation. It's really easy to blend out. If you feel like your skin just gets patchy and the foundations don't blend out well on it, you should maybe give this one a try because it blends out really well. The foundation is pretty lightweight on your skin, so it's not one of those heavy foundations where you feel like you're wearing a lot of makeup, but I will say that it takes a long time to dry on your skin, and that's a little bit annoying about it. So you know that makeup whenever you put it on and you just feel wet for a while and you're like, ooh, wearing a lot of makeup today. The foundation overall is truly lightweight, but it just feels wet on your skin for a little bit too long. Like it takes a little bit too long to set on your skin, if that makes any sense at all. No, maybe. I wish they just had a few more color options to choose from. I've heard a lot of complaints about people. I found my color and I'm happy with it, but I'm saying this because I've heard where people have had trouble finding the right color. They go up a shade, it's too light. They go down one shade, it's just way too dark. They don't have that many colors to choose from, and I just wish they had a few more like color options. I feel like if you come out with a foundation, it's something people put all over their face, and you should really be dedicated to that product and maybe come out with 15 to 20 different shades from your darkest woman to your lightest woman, and that way everybody can wear that foundation. But it is a good foundation. It sets pretty on the skin, but it takes too long to dry. It's medium coverage. Lasting is pretty medium, especially for the price. I mean, you're gonna get almost a full day of makeup. Not a problem with that. Blends out really easy on the skin. So there's lots of good things about the foundation. You just have to pros and cons and see which works for you. That is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed my little rundown on drugstore foundation. I was thinking about doing my drugstore foundation routine video or going over my next top 5 high-end brand foundations. Let me know what you want to see. Give me a thumbs up, comment down below, let a girl know. Thank you guys for stopping by. Be sure to check the down bar for my social media before you leave. Let's be friends. Let's connect. I got Snapchat, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, you name it. I probably got it as far as social media. Love you guys. I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.